have you ever wondered if immortality is possible? Not in the realm of science fiction, but right here on Earth, in our very own oceans. What if I told you there's a creature that has seemingly cracked the code to eternal life? A being that, when faced with the brink of death, simply decides to start over. Meet the Turritopsis dohrnii, more famously known as the Immortal Jellyfish. This tiny creature, no bigger than a pinky nail, possesses a biological superpower that has baffled and fascinated scientists for decades. When it gets sick, injured, or simply old, it can perform an incredible feat. It reverts completely back to its earliest stage of life, a polyp, essentially hitting the reset button on its own existence. It's a process that defies our fundamental understanding of life and death. Could this minuscule marine marvel hold the key to unlocking human longevity, or even a form of biological immortality for us? Join us as we take a deep dive into the extraordinary science of the immortal jellyfish and what it could mean for the future of aging. Before we unravel the secrets of this remarkable animal, let's understand the typical life cycle of a jellyfish. Most jellyfish live a fairly linear life, much like we do. They start as a fertilized egg, which develops into a free-swimming larva called a planula. This planula eventually settles onto a surface, like a rock or the seafloor, and transforms into a polyp. This polyp stage is a stationary, plant-like form. It buds and clones itself, creating a colony of genetically identical polyps. Eventually, these polyps release tiny, immature jellyfish called ephrae. These ephrae grow and mature into the familiar bell-shaped adult jellyfish, the medusa. The medusa then reproduces, releasing eggs and sperm, and the cycle begins anew. For almost every other jellyfish species, this is the end of the road. After reproduction, they grow old, their bodies break down, and they die. But the Turritopsis dohrnii plays by a different set of rules. It follows this same life cycle, from egg to polyp to medusa. However, when the adult medusa faces a life-threatening situation, like physical damage, starvation, or the natural decline of old age, it does something truly unique. Instead of succumbing to death, it initiates a process called transdifferentiation. This is the cornerstone of its immortality. Transdifferentiation is a rare and remarkable cellular process where a mature, specialized cell transforms into a completely different type of specialized cell. Imagine a skin cell in your body turning into a neuron or a heart muscle cell. That's the level of biological alchemy we're talking about. For the immortal jellyfish, this process is not just limited to a few cells. Its entire body undergoes this transformation. The bell-shaped medusa begins to shrink. Its tentacles retract, and its body folds in on itself, reverting into a cyst-like blob. This blob then sinks to the ocean floor and reattaches itself to a surface, just like the initial planula larva did. From this cyst, a new polyp colony grows. And from this new polyp, a new generation of jellyfish medusae will eventually bud off. These new jellyfish are not offspring in the traditional sense, they are genetically identical clones of the original adult. The jellyfish has effectively been reborn, retaining its original genetic identity and memories, if it had any to begin with. This cycle can, in theory, repeat endlessly. An adult jellyfish can revert to a polyp, which then grows into an adult jellyfish, which can then revert back to a polyp, and so on, for eternity. This is why it's called biologically immortal. It doesn't mean it can't be killed. A Turritopsis dohrnii can still be eaten by a predator or destroyed by a disease that acts too quickly for it to transform. But it is not bound by the natural aging process that leads to inevitable death. It has a biological escape hatch from senescence, the gradual deterioration of functional characteristics in living organisms. So, how does it do it? The exact molecular mechanisms are still under intense study, but scientists have pinpointed that the process of transdifferentiation is key. When the jellyfish is under stress, certain genes are activated. These genes seem to orchestrate a complete cellular reprogramming. The specialized cells of the adult jellyfish, the muscle cells, nerve cells, and so on, dedifferentiate. They lose their specialized identities and revert to a more basic, stem cell-like state. These newly unspecialized cells then respecialize, or redifferentiate, to form the tissues of the polyp. It's like a master architect demolishing a complex building and using the exact same bricks and materials to construct a completely new, simpler structure. Researchers have been studying the genome of Turritopsis dohrnii to find clues. They've discovered that it has more copies of certain genes associated with DNA repair and protection than its mortal jellyfish relatives. These genes help maintain the integrity of its DNA during the constant cellular recycling. It also has unique genes that regulate telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of our chromosomes that shorten each time a cell divides. In most animals, including humans, shortening telomeres are a major hallmark of aging. The immortal jellyfish seems to have a superior ability to maintain or even lengthen its telomeres, allowing its cells to divide indefinitely without degrading. This cellular longevity is fundamental to its ability to cycle through life stages repeatedly. This incredible ability raises a monumental question: could we ever harness this process for human benefit? The idea of humans reverting to an infant stage is, of course, the stuff of science fiction. However, the underlying principle of transdifferentiation holds immense promise for regenerative medicine. Imagine being able to regenerate damaged heart tissue after a heart attack or replace dopamine-producing neurons lost in Parkinson's disease. If we could understand the genetic and molecular triggers that allow the jellyfish to reprogram its cells so effectively, we might be able to develop therapies that encourage our own cells to regenerate and repair damaged tissues. This wouldn't be immortality in the jellyfish's sense, but it could dramatically extend human health span, the period of life spent in good health. Studying the immortal jellyfish could unlock new treatments for age-related diseases. By understanding how it protects and repairs its DNA so efficiently, we could develop drugs that bolster our own cellular maintenance systems, slowing down the aging process at a molecular level. The focus of this research isn't about living forever, but about living healthier for longer. It's about preventing the suffering that comes with the degenerative diseases of old age. The immortal jellyfish challenges our very definition of an individual organism. If an adult reverts to a polyp and then creates a new adult, is it the same individual? Genetically, yes. But its body has been completely renewed. It forces us to contemplate the nature of life, aging, and death. It shows us that aging is not a universal, unchangeable law of biology. There are exceptions, and in those exceptions lie a world of knowledge. The Turritopsis dohrnii is a tiny, gelatinous testament to nature's ingenuity. It's a living paradox that has found a way to cheat death by embracing rebirth. As we continue to study this incredible creature, we are not just learning about a peculiar jellyfish. We are learning about the fundamental processes of life itself and unlocking secrets that could one day revolutionize human health and our relationship with aging. The key to a longer, healthier future might just be floating in our oceans, in the form of a tiny, seemingly insignificant, yet truly immortal being. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of the immortal jellyfish. If you found this as fascinating as we did, be sure to subscribe to Infinitunial for more deep dives into the wonders of our universe.